Welcome back. This is our session number 2, and during this session we're going to be talking about income taxes. I hope you still have your pens and paper and you write down a lot of this valuable information. That's why we bring the experts in to talk to you and give you information that you may not otherwise get. This is entitled VITA, V-I-T-A, Volunteer Income Tax Assistance. And we have with us the director of that, and I'm going to call her a director even if she corrects me later, Sandy Jennings. She runs the program and she's been running it for several years. So she's, in my book, she's the expert. So we'll go to her and find out more about VITA, Volunteer Income Tax Assistance. Sandy, welcome to the program.
Thank you.
I'm so glad to have you with us, and we're going to talk about VITA and why it's important to our community and what you can do for our community. You want to start off with anything?
Well, yes. VITA is, like you said, volunteer income taxes. It's through the Nevada Free Tax Coalition. It's a coalition that was created in Las Vegas that we all are part of. And it's free taxes for everyone. We do them at the Nye Community Coalition campus every year. We open up on February 9th through April 15th. And we have our schedule that we'll be putting out flyers. The phone number that we can call will be on the flyer. Also, I can give you the phone number. It's for anyone who wants their taxes done with income of $53,000 or less. They just need to bring in their identification, bring in their tax forms that they get coming up this next year from their work schedule or their Social Security. We do Social Securities also, even though you think you don't have to file. You can come in and we can do a form for you and just give you the hard copy in case you're ever asked to produce one. We are all certified through testing. Our volunteers are all certified to do the tax returns.
Now, when you say certified, is that through the IRS?
It's through the Nevada Free Tax Coalition, and yes, /IRS. We all have to take a test and make sure that we understand the rules and the program and everything to do the return.
Okay, and you mentioned something a few seconds ago about the salary range. Is it, I know you don't compete with the paid tax preparers.
No, not really, no.
So since you don't compete with them, you have a limit on the household income?
Correct.
And that limit again is what?
$53,000 a year or less.
So if they make $53,000 a year or less, combined income?
Correct.
Then you can do their taxes?
Yes.
And how much do you charge?
It's free.
It's free service?
It's free. We've been doing it at the Nye Community Coalition for the last 6 years. Yes, it's all free. You just come, make your appointment, come in, bring all your information, and we'll take care of it for you.
And if I get, say, several $1,000s back in return, I don't have to give you anything?
Nope, not at all, not a penny. It's all volunteer. Volunteers are not allowed to accept any monetary amount whatsoever. They can contribute to the coalition if they'd like.
Okay, but nothing to the volunteers?
Nope.
Nothing for the program?
Not at all.
And this is free for our community?
Yes, it is.
Is there an age limit?
No.
Anyone who makes under $53,000 can have their taxes done free of charge?
Yes.
This is fantastic. And how long have you been doing this?
Since 2009.
What information do they need to bring if they come to you instead of going to one of the paid tax preparers? And again, with that limit of income, they make under that, they bring what to you so you can do their tax?
They bring their identification, like their Social Security card, driver's license to prove who they are, all their 1099s that they get at year end. If they have any deductions, any kind of paperwork, if they're going to have a deduction on their income tax, just any information whatsoever that will help prepare their taxes to make sure everything goes through properly.
Okay, you said Social Security card. Can they just bring their Social Security number? Do they have to have the card?
No, we must have their Social Security card. An original Social Security. That's one of the only times that you need to bring your Social Security out. Otherwise, your Social Security card should be in a safe somewhere. But we have to see your Social Security card. There's a lot of fraud going out there. We can't use their prior year's taxes to get their number or just the number they have. We have to see it, proof, plus a driver's license.
Oh, okay. And I asked that question because I noticed that, I guess sometime in the past, I misplaced my Social Security card, and so I didn't have a Social Security card. And so I went ahead and applied for one, and I got a replacement card. So anybody that does not have their card, they need to go ahead and apply?
Correct. If they can't find it, yes, that we can help them. I can give them a site to go on and help them get a new card, of course.
Okay.
But yes, we have to have that, by all means, the Social Security card.
Okay.
And anybody, if they have children, we need their Social Security cards also.
So for dependents. Mm-hmm. So if you have 5 or 6 dependents on your that you're putting on your taxes, a card for each one of
Correct.
those dependents.
Yes.
Okay. Not, I know their number, so you need to take my word for it.
No, I need to have their card, yes.
Oh, okay. And I can't speak for paid preparers because we're talking about strictly this program. And I had heard that it was under IRS. You've clarified that, and I think they understand that. So if somebody needs some information, they want more information on this, what number should they call again?
They can call the Nye Community Coalition, and the number is 537-2323. And
it's on your screen?
Yes.
So you go ahead and write that down.
And we'll start taking appointments at the end of January.
Okay, so if they call now, they can't make an appointment?
No.
At the end of January, call, make an appointment, and you take them by appointments only?
Correct.
Oh, great. So how long through the day can they get appointments?
Between 9 and 3. This campus is open Monday through Friday, 9 to 3. We are going to be there opening up 2 days a week, Tuesdays and Wednesdays, from 9 to 3. But they can call in and I can set up an appointment for those days, or we can work out a special schedule, whichever is necessary. There's also a second site at the library with AARP. And they are also, and you can contact this number if you'd like for the library, 775-537-4009. They will take appointments. They're taking them beginning in January also. So between the library and the Nye Community Coalition, we should be able to take care of many people here in Nye County. And
Okay.
if there's returns that we cannot do, we will refer them to someone else.
Okay, when you say, are these complicated returns you may not be able to do?
Correct.
What would be one of the complicated returns?
If someone has self-employment or they had a lot of investments where they need to get some kind of a tax credit on their investments or show something, that's better to have a CPA, a paid preparer, do
Okay.
that so they can get the proper tax return done.
Very good. Okay. I like this program.
It's a very good program. We get a lot of response from it, yes. It's good for our community.
How many volunteers do you have?
Right now, I have got 2 paid preparers and 2 greeters and myself. So there's 5 of us. So between the
Okay.
5 of us, we can hopefully take care of everybody.
How long does it take to do income taxes?
On the average, about half an hour, 40 minutes. The program is so user-friendly. All we do is plug in the numbers and e-file it, and they're done.
Oh, me. E-file, all of this is free?
Yes, 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 yes.
40 minutes, your tax is done, and you don't have to worry about IRS calling you or anything else. Now, what happens if there's a mistake?
If there's a mistake, when we e-file it, it'll come back and tell us the mistake, and then we can correct it at that time.
Is that right away, or do you call them back in?
It's within a couple of hours. Well, we have to call them back in if we have to get the information from them again to see if maybe a number was punched in incorrectly or something like that. It's very minor, but that's the protection in the program.
I think the audience can tell I really like this program, and it does so much for, I'm going to say for our seniors, but it also does so much for our citizens. All of our citizens that need income taxes done, and that sounds like everybody. Everybody has to file income taxes if you have any income at all.
Correct.
So doing income taxes has gotten a lot easier by being free. I want to emphasize free. I love that part.
Yes.
So it's a free program. It's done by experts who've already passed the test on income tax. The program itself, does that come from IRS or?
Yes, it's supported by the IRS. Yes.
Okay. And then when you e-file it, it goes right to them, and they let you know if there's anything wrong.
Correct.
Or if it's accepted.
Correct.
And if it's accepted, do they get something to show that it was accepted?
I do at the end of the day.
Okay. How about the people whose taxes you just did?
No, they don't. They don't. If there's an error, then I let the tax payer know if there's an error, and then call them back in to kind of correct it. But as far as if they don't hear from me, it's been accepted.
Okay. Is there any way they can check online to see that their taxes?
Yes. What they can do is after about, I think it's 2 weeks, they can go on to irs.gov and hit "Where's my return?" and it will tell you that it's being processed or a check or has been deposited to their account. That's a real simple, and they usually do it themselves. So they call me, and I can do it for them.
Okay. Now, the big question on this is, how many people of taxes that you do receive a refund?
About, I'm going to say 98%.
This is even better. Get your taxes done free and receive a big refund or a small refund, but at least a refund where you don't have to pay anything.
Correct.
Okay. Anything else that you'd like to say that the people need to know?
No, other than the fact that, tax time is here again. It's caught up with us already at the end of the year, and here we go on, for next year again. Just give the campus a call when you see it on the TV or in the paper when we open up, and the phone number and everything, and then we'll start taking appointments and trying to take care of everybody we can.
Now, what's the earliest they can file? You gave some dates on when they can make reservations.
They can start calling the Nye Community Coalition at the end of January to make appointments when we open up on February 9th. The IRS won't even accept the return until after January 31st. So even if you go somewhere, whether it be paid preparer or not, they can do your taxes, but they have to hold it until the IRS pushes that button and says, okay, which will be January 31st.
January 31st.
Right, because a lot of people get their taxes done early, but they can't submit them until after January 31st.
And by January 31st, you should have most of your paperwork anyway.
Should, yes.
Okay, and if you don't have all your paperwork, what do you do?
You wait. You should have everything at least by February 6th.
Absolutely, okay. I know there's also a February 15th deadline for some banks and other people to make sure they have everything.
Yes.
But in a quick summary, $53,000, if they make under that, they can get their taxes done free of charge.
Correct.
All I want to say, Sandy, is I'm very glad that you're here today. I want to thank you for being on the program and for letting people know that they have free income tax service here in Pahrump. And all you have to do is call the number. I think it's 537-2323.
Yes.
Call them, and this is the end of January. Set up an appointment and get your taxes done free of charge. Now, I'd like you to stand by for our next session, and it will be coming up shortly. Thank you.